GM, everyone. Welcome to the Hackathon Kick-Off. So great to have all of you here. Very, very excited. I will wait for like 2 more minutes and then I will, like 1 minute. Let's not. And then I will get started. Happy Hackathon. Happy Build with Celo to everyone. Let me just finish my setup. I hope everybody is doing amazing and has no plans for the next 3 weekends and is ready to hack. So yeah, very, very excited. This is the first Build with Celo hackathon of this year, and I'm very excited to see what everybody is going to build. But yeah, let me do this. Hi everyone. I guess I will just start. I think people are slowly dropping in. Hi everyone. For those who don't know me yet, I'm Lina. I am DevRel engineer for Celo Foundation, and I am in charge of organizing these amazing hackathons this year. Just a little intro to myself. I have been working for 3 years in Web3 to onboard people to Web3 development, and in my opinion, hackathons are the best way to onboard people, to empower people, and to educate people and get amazing builders. And this is how I hope all of you will feel after this hackathon. That you learned a lot, that you made great connections, and that you are one step closer to becoming a founder in Web3 and a builder in Web3. So yeah, let me kick this off. What we will talk today about. I will give you like just a little intro into the hackathon, what it's about. Then we will talk about rules and submission guidelines. I will give you a little intro to the resources for you to get started. We will talk more in detail about tracks and prices, then some tips how to build a successful project. And then a very special new thing is that we will have mentors. I'm very excited for telling you more about that. But yeah, I'm very much looking forward. So let's dive right into it. Let's start with our motto. That it's the motto of Celo and the motto of this hackathon. We want to build with purpose and build for all. Celo is a mission first, planet positive blockchain ecosystem leading a thriving digital economy. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what purposeful tools you're all going to build. Just a very quick overview. We want you to build for MiniPay. We want you to build for 2 million users, and we want you to build with AI. This hackathon will start on the 5th today and end on the 21st of April. It will probably be 22nd for most of you in the morning, so you have some more time to submit. And we have a prize pool of 10K CUSD. We have 2 tracks. The first one is built with AI. I will introduce the partner in a second, and then the main trick is build for MiniPay. We want you to build for both, like submit in both tracks. You can also just submit for one track, just build the AI part, just build for MiniPay. But of course, we would love for you to also experiment and try out and submit for both tracks. The prize pool is as follows. The first prize for building on MiniPay is 2.5 CUSD, the second is 2000 CUSD, and the third is 1500. We have a pool price that will be distributed for all projects that are eligible. I will get to that later, what it means to have an eligible submission. And then we have two prices for building on OLAS. 2K for the best use of OLAS AI agents and 1K for the best use of OLAS Mac. And this is the hackathon schedule. You can also just, you should have all received emails with like invitations to all of these events, but in case you haven't, just scan the QR code to the Celo Luma and you will see all the events on there. And anyways, please join the Discord to get all updates and follow us on Celo Devs on Twitter. And yeah, so how does the schedule for this hackathon looks like? As I said, today we're gonna kick off. We already had 2 workshops this week. We had one ideation and one team building workshop. And then we had building on MiniPay yesterday, led by Cindy from South Africa DAO. And next week we will have the first AI workshop. We want to slowly introduce you to that. We don't want you to already have set up your project, have your idea, and then be able to like fully like also attend the workshop and be fully ready to be like understand what is asked of you to implement them. The second workshop that is even like more complex follows a week after. This is not the last time that we partner with OLAS. We are looking forward to like really becoming an AI blockchain and implementing many AI agents, and we would love for all of you to test that out. This is kind of like the first introduction. Of course, if you already worked with AI agents and have like a good Python knowledge, we ask you to like go for the more advanced challenges. But we're looking for everybody who's interested. We will have a lot of collaboration with OLAS. If you are interested in blockchain and AI, reach out to me. One of the new things for this hackathon will also be that we have milestones. So next week we will have our first milestones check-in, which means we will ask you to submit a short blurb of your idea and already the link to your GitHub repository. For the second milestone, we ask you to already present your presentation and describe your architecture. We put these milestones in because we want to help you to keep on track, to also follow some simple routes that help in general to like build a successful hackathon project. And on the 21st, as I said, is the midnight in Pacific time with submission. So for you in the morning, and judging will be from 22nd till 25th, and then 25th we will announce the winners. And you can also find all of that on the hackathon page, which I will show you now. Let me I think right now I'm sharing my slides, but I should not do that because I want to share my screen. Okay, cool. So this is happening. Cool. So just for you to I think we have some participants who already joined Build with Celo before, but just for everybody who is new, this is our hackathon platform. You can find most information here. We try to keep it very central for you to be able to find everything. Again, here the tracks are described. Also a little intro to OLAS protocol, just for everybody who is new to OLAS. OLAS is a project that focuses on bringing autonomous AI agents to crypto. They have different tools. For example, I mean, most of you know ChatGPT. Imagine you can go to a store and you can use different AI tools and pay for that in crypto. That is basically one of their products. And then the other ones are really AI agent, which you can imagine as you and or me on chain, interacting, doing transaction, approving transactions, and really being an autonomous agent. In our case, we will have a trading agent. It will, and let me get to this in a second. So again, here you can see the schedule. You can sign up for all the events so you don't miss them. The first milestone check-in and second milestone check-in, it will be a form to submit, but it will also be a live session where you can come, ask questions, and also get feedback on your current idea. And and then here you can again see ideas what you can build. We also have a slide on that, so I'm not gonna go. This is just a high level overview. Here you can see again the partners. You can read up on everything regarding OLAS, specifically the first and the second bounty. We will have, as I said, the first workshop regarding the first bounty, which is best step using OLAS Mac tools. We ask you to integrate a Mac tool into your dApp for more advanced use and like higher chance of like winning a prize. You could also integrate one in an agent or build your own Mac tool. And but of course for that some level of Python knowledge is required. And but I think if you decide to just go for that and do that and not build an application, that is a valid submission. And then the second prize is using the OLAS AI agent, which will be currently we have a very simple agent that does only transaction, and we ask you to like envision what an agent can do and add these functionalities. This will be shown in the second workshop on the 16th of April. Here you can find all the resources to building on MiniPay. We have also a slide on that. If you haven't yet, please check out the video that we did yesterday about how to build on Celo using Celo Composer and how to build for MiniPay. Again, here Celo faucet link, and yeah, I think if you go through these resources, you will be fine. If not, please reach out to the mentors or me on Discord. Here are the prices again. I think the most important things are the rules. We start here again the time. You can have teams up to 5 members, and you can only participate in one officially. You can participate from anywhere, and you can submit at any time, but you need your final submission is considered your last submission. We actually encourage you to like submit as early as possible for you to have an overview what still needs to be done, and for us to see if we can support in any way. The most important part here is, of course, that we need to talk about pre-existing code. We want to encourage people to come and build their features. We want people to continue working on their projects throughout these hackathons. Last year, we had a few projects that build their project out over several of these hackathons and then won prizes and then moved on. And I'm very happy to have 2 people who can talk more about that in a second. But yeah, that is like very, very exciting for us to see how successful that has been in the last year. That which is why we want to create this space of this of this continuous hackathons series, just for everybody who is joining for the first time to the Build with Celo hackathons. Last year, we already had a series of 4. The focus is always to educate the community and to support building projects to a very more mature stage. This year we have 6 hackathons. This is the first one. And yeah, so we definitely allow projects that are broad, pre-existing works. We just ask you to be very clear on what code you're bringing and which one you added. For that, actually, I have a great solution that will make it easy for all of us. Just for you to see, we have the judges here. We have 2 people from OLAS and 2 people from Celo Foundation. One is me. And so I will also be able to see your progress and also your dedication to the project. Last thing that I want to show you is, which is part of the mentors. I will get into that in a second. But we have a page with mentors, and you can see a lot of mentors in their profile. You will find their Discord handle here, and also their profile to see which mentor could be helpful in what situation. One call out here or one disclaimer, please be respectful of the mentor's time. They offered their time and attention to you. So when reaching out, and you also have to mention this is async communication. So the more information you provide, the better they can help you. If you reach out, please don't just say, hey, I'm from the hackathon. I'm reaching out to you as a mentor. Could you help me with this specific problem? If you're very new and overwhelmed, you can also say, hey, I'm overwhelmed. I can't formulate my question right now. But mention that you're part of the hackathon and mention what kind of help you're looking for. So they can also prepare and provide you with the best information and maybe also already help you asynchronous. Let's get back to our, we are here. So again, if you work on an existing project, that's totally fine. I would, what I want to see is you just forking that. So it's very, for me, easy to see these are the submissions that you did during the hackathon. Also, your project needs to be open source. I don't want to be in a situation where I have to write you, hey, your link is private, please make it public. It's a hackathon. It's normal to keep your projects open source. Deploy on mainnet if you interact with OLAS. Or I will have, if you need some tokens or some percentage of Celo to deploy, you can reach out to me and I will send you it's very cheap to deploy on Celo. So if you need any help, support from me, if you don't have any Celo yet, I don't want that to keep you from deploying on mainnet. And then keep in mind to develop mobile first. We definitely will judge if your project looks good on a phone. This is a hackathon for MiniPay. So I would just advise you to start building mobile first from the beginning on. And of course, for the submission, you need either a working prototype or a demo video that presents very well what you're building. So that's about submissions. Please let me know if you have any questions in the comment about the submission. I know it's some additional rules to the last times, but I think that will make the judging for all of us easier. Just for everyone, I know you probably know what is Celo, so it will just be a very quick dive into what is Celo, but why do you want to build for Celo first of all, because it's a mobile first application, blockchain. So we really focus on catering to mobile users, which is most of the world population. They don't sit in front of their laptop. So that's, I think, a very important thing if you say you want to bank the unbanked. You can pay for transaction fee in stable assets, like in stable coins like CUSD, USDC, and USDT. And USDT is still coming, and USDC, but it will, it's all on the way. Our focus is regenerative finance. So like we want to create systems that are not only focused on profit, but like how to sustain themselves. And one of the most important things is our transaction fees are incredibly low. So it's 0.001, which is very low compared to many other chains, and makes usability for people building applications very attractive. And of course, the main reason is built for MiniPay. For everybody who is new to MiniPay is, as you can see, it's for your phone. It's a wallet for your phone. That is, you can access inside of Opera Mini Beta, and inside of MiniPay, you can build applications that can be opened inside of MiniPay, which allows for a lot, like a very easy user access. People just sign up with their Google account. It's a way, just a seamless user onboarding. The whole app design removes a lot of accessibility issues that many people have with Web3. So, and this is only the beginning of the application. And the second reason is that Opera currently has distribution network of 80 million people users, and building for MiniPay means you will have access to that potential network, because currently we already have access to 2 million users, which is incredible if you look at most Web3 applications. And if you build like a game, or like any very useful application that many people can use, you have to deal with scalability issues that many Web3 applications dream of. So coming back to the tracks, I feel like now I already went through them, but this hackathon is, as I said, focused on AI. This is the beginning of introducing everybody to AI toolings, and we want you to implement, test, build, and earn. Building for Olas is also incredibly rewarding. They have a very good developer reward system, and it's complicated. It has you have to have a Python knowledge, but it's very amazing. Just because I ran through the tracks before, here in Big for Everybody, again, we have 2 tracks. You can build for both or one of them, and again, best app using Ola's AI tools is 1K. Best app is using Ola's AI agents is 2K CUSD, and for the prices, it's for building for MiniPay, the best app will get 2.5K CUSD, the second 2K CUSD, the third 1.5K CUSD, and I wrote something wrong, but the pool price is 1K CUSD distributed to all eligible projects. What you can build is applications related to personal finance. That's the title of the hackathon. So we want to see apps like autosavers or community savings, cost splitting apps like Splitwise, or crowdfunding, pool savings, seeing how you think about adding cash links, like for payment links for gift cards, coupons, or whatever you come up with. Introducing more billing with MiniPay, micro work marketplace, or multi-sim functions. But don't worry if you don't have an idea yet. We also have the next ideation and team building workshop next Monday. If you come with an idea, we ask you to like already break it down into a very good pitch that people can find interesting if you're looking for team members. If you are a very young team and you need an idea, we're also happy to help you with that. So what are rules of a successful hackathon? My advice is always spend more time on the first weekend or in the beginning with your team to make sure everybody understands everything. Be clear on your idea, create wireframes. From that on, the front-end developer can start. You can do your smart contract outline, and then you can start building. Like I had successful hackathons when I spent the first weekend on just like 2 days, 5 hours with my team, and really like drawing everything down helps you to understand what you actually want to build, what kind of value you want to bring, and what kind of technology you want to use. The second thing is ask for help. If you get stuck in something for more than 3 hours or 2 hours, you should ask for help. We have a lot of mentors, and you should not get stuck. Even if you're very young and very new, that is especially when you should ask for help, because that's probably an issue that everybody else can help you solve in 2 minutes, and you should not waste your time on getting stuck. And the last thing is always submit. I submitted non-working prototypes, but because I did a great presentation, I was successful, because in the end, you're selling an idea. You're selling that you are dedicated to your idea, that you want to understand what is needed to win. And for that, it's important to have a good README, good description, a great presentation, and an overall good message of about your project. You can find all the resources, of course, on the Hacker Earth, just like a hint, or like already a direction for everybody who has not yet experience with development on Celo. We advise you to just set up your project with Celo Composer, which is a starter kit. Check out our docs. You will immediately be directed to how to build on MiniPay. Find test tokens in the Celo faucet. And if you don't have an Android phone and you want to test out how your application looks in MiniPay, then you should use Android Studio. In general, to test your app inside of MiniPay, even if you have an Android phone or not, you need to use ngrok, which is kind of creates a tunnel of where you can open your local deployment on your phone. And now we are coming to the fun part. I don't have a slide for that, but I invited 2 people here that have participated in many hackathons in the last year. I don't know, I think like 2 or 3. Yesterday I did a list of all your participations. Wait, I will add you to the stage. Let me just I welcome Elias and Jovan. I'm so excited to have you here, and thank you for joining me, because I think how better to start a hackathon than with like the inspiration of understanding like or seeing how people went through several iterations with their projects and won some prizes. I could also and went and now deploying in MiniPay. I think that's such a great story that I would love for you to share. Maybe I know, Elias, you had like different projects, right? Before you ended up on Run Ramp. You did one.
Come again on the question. Yeah.
Can you tell us more about your journey through several hackathons last year? How you learned also the different technologies and when you won, and then now you're both both working on both of your projects together, actually, right? Even though you always submitted individually, now you joined on both of your projects.
Yes. So I did four hackathons. Yes, I did all the Build with Celo hackathons. But I have been in Celo ever since 2022. The Build with Celo mega hackathon. Yes. So the projects kept iterating. So the first hackathon was building with Toucan, yeah, and then the second hackathon was social sign-in, yeah, and then the third hackathon was was money streaming, and then the fourth hackathon was MiniPay. Yeah, most of them were different projects. For money streaming, we did enable money streaming within Shukuru app, and
Yeah.
we did win that we did win that hackathon. For the MiniPay, we presented two projects. So we presented one ramp, and then we also presented Shukuru, and then Shukuru was the best project, and then One Drop also was really amazing, and that is
Yeah.
when MiniPay reached out to us and were like, "Oh yeah, we love what you're doing, and would love to partner with you guys." And yeah, and so ever since then we have been in communication, and currently MiniPay is testing out One Ramp implementation for Uganda. So MiniPay was not in Uganda, and during the time for building, we had to use VPN so that we can be able to access MiniPay. Like we really wanted to participate, and I think they were impressed by that. And then
Yeah.
they are thinking of coming to Uganda, which I think is really nice. Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah, I mean, that's incredible because I think we also have people joining from like a lot of different countries. I know I have friends from Ethiopia joining, and like they are also not yet. Like a lot of I can have MiniPay, but I think um that's so fun that you use the VPN. This is impressive dedication. But this is exactly I think what in my experience when you show in a hackathon that you're dedicated, that you really want to build, that you care, I think that people underestimate how much people watch and are aware of like builders and right now there's this huge opportunity to build for MiniPay. A lot of things need to be built, and I think yeah, you can just showcase your skills, your dedication, and it will definitely not go unnoticed. And so thank you so much for sharing this with us. Jovan, do you want to add anything? Because I know you always came back with like Shukur. You were like, I'm gonna build everything around Shukur. I will make it work. And that was so cool.
Yeah, thank you so much. I apologize, I can't put my camera on. I'm in a dark place. But yeah, like Ezron said, we try to look at what Minipe was missing, and the fact that we were building Shukuru and One Ramp for catering for our needs, like Africa needs. We would look at things like, hey, Africa, we have mobile money. Africa, we have data. How can we integrate that and join the two worlds? And if you could go back and look at all our submissions, we kept
You
on
did that
trying to
good.
join the worlds where we have mobile money and data, and
Yeah,
just to see the use case being bridged. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, and I think that's amazing. This is exactly what we're looking for here in this hackathon, right? We want you to like see what is missing, what still needs to be built. This is like, I mean, it's like that is what this hackathon is for. It's not. I'm so sorry. Yeah, and so thank you for joining and sharing your story because I think this is an inspiration to all the builders here and yeah, what I wanted to share, maybe you can also share some like advice to builders who are new. We have also, I think, a lot of people for who it's the first or second hackathon, and you two are also both mentors. Do you have any advice for like building a successful hackathon project? Yeah, that you can give to everyone here.
Basically, I think I would say that build around pressing issues. There are a lot of pressing issues that you can try to solve. One ramp caters for on and off ramping, and the reason as to why that's a pressing issue is because, for example, in Uganda, off ramping via off ramping USD is it's very hard. Like you probably have to pass it Valora swap and then send it to an exchange, and like it's complicated. So we built a solution that works for us. Like it's something that's going to make it very easy. Because yes, we're getting paid our hackathon winnings in
Yeah.
CUSD, but liquidating that to fiat was a difficult problem. So we built for that. If you look
Nice.
at Shukuru and if you look at uh, we built Shukuru to give use cases to cryptocurrency. So we are looking at cryptocurrency beyond speculation. So how can we use cryptocurrency to buy data bundles, or how can we use cryptocurrency to buy voice bundles? Yes. So we the goal behind Shukuru was utility to cryptocurrency,
Yeah.
and yeah, I believe there are a lot of ideas. So what is pressing for you as an individual, and how can you solve that on the blockchain, and how can you solve that on Celo blockchain? And since Celo is mobile first, I believe there are, like, you have to build for the users, because most of the users are going to be on the mobile. So
Yeah.
yeah, there is a big market and a big opportunity. And now that MiniPay has more than 1 million users, I believe there's an opportunity to tap into
Yeah.
serving the needs of the million users. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. I think that it's exactly like, yeah, what like we don't need. I don't have time to speculate. Like it goes up and down, you know. Like, but like, what can you actually do with it? And like, yeah, I think in most countries it's still so hard to off and on ramp. But like, if you could just like pay for a lot of things with cryptocurrencies, and like you just keep it in that ecosystem, that is super useful just in general for like paying for utilities and like really understanding how to offer that also to businesses. And um yeah, I agree, it's very cool. I'm very excited. Do you have any practical advice for like how to approach a hackathon, like how, what are things that you wish you would have known in your first hackathon that you can share with people who are, for who it's the first one or the second one?
Okay, so I did win my first hackathon, but I did lose my second hackathon. However, what I would have known now, I think, is focus a lot of time on building the idea and documenting it well. So, like, uh, craft your idea very well and be able to document it very well. Yeah, like.
Yeah.
Uh, Most of the developer relations people I've spoken to talk about the ease of understanding the project. So, like,
Yeah.
put a lot of time in the documentation and make it very easy. And yeah, you may not be good technically, but at least try as much as possible
Yeah.
to elaborate
Yeah.
on the idea you're trying to build. And yeah.
We also have a technical writer mentor who you can reach out to if you have questions. But I think most of the founders will also be able to like help you. I think there is such great advice. I think this is what I just did from the beginning, because in the beginning I was like, when I started blockchain development, I was overwhelmed and I was like, but I know what I'm gonna do. And I talked. This is maybe my advice to people. Really try to talk to people about your idea, and it's harder to do that in a remote way, and especially asynchronous. But it's like it helped, like just like sit down with one person, and like it just helped me. It sometimes took me 5 hours to really fully understand what I wanted to build, but it helped me really draw it out in wireframes, understand the user flow, and then I needed another session to understand how everything else is connected, like the whole architecture. But like finding a partner for your team and sharing that experience with that partner, and having a partner that also wants to dedicate like 3 or 4 or 5 hours in like in one piece to just go through everything. And if you do that early enough, you will be able to build so much, because if you don't, like, this is my advice, if you don't know what you're building, it will be so hard, because you will always go back, you will throw it away. Make sure your idea is good, and like maybe book a call with a mentor. Just let me get back to like also sharing this, I think. So how I was thinking of like having mentors for like everyone, like I would like oh, Elias, you got a question. Somebody asked, I hear you using the word I will be building projects individually. I'm not sure about that. I think a lot of people build solo. What is your like, I feel like especially for people that are new, I would not advise to build solo. It's so hard to, like, you need somebody to hold you accountable. You need somebody to like bounce your ideas off and also help you get help. I think it's very, if you're alone, it's really hard to like, you're gonna try for 5 hours. If you have somebody else who's like, you didn't do anything for 2 days, and you're like, I did, but nothing worked, then that person will be like, okay, go to the mentors and ask them. And I think that's like why it's good, especially if you're new, to always work in a team. And for that, I always advise to have good communication, be respectful, say how much time you will be able to allocate, and really answer to the question. Don't ghost anyone. I have been ghosted once in a hackathon. That was horrible, because you expect people, you plan people in and like doing their contribution, and then they just ghost you, and you're like, it's 4 days before the hackathon ends, and like, but so yeah, but like, maybe you have any experience on building alone, Elias or Jovan? I know you both were building a lot alone, but now you're building together. So what's up here?
Yeah, basically building alone, like you've said, it's something that I wouldn't go again and do. Only that, yeah, we were building, but we weren't building alone. Back in the background, we were helping each other out with one RAM, and then we had to submit basically separately. But building alone, it's something that I wouldn't recommend, because sometimes you'll find that your presentation skills are not good. My first presentation skill was not good, and I look at my first submission, I feel like crying. So it is something, maybe you can team up with someone that has a very good presentation skills. Maybe you're good at wireframing, maybe you're good at someone like designing. Yeah, at the end of the day, like you said, it is how you present the project, and how simple is it going to be, like is the use case there, and it has to be clear in the submission. So if you're not good at submission, you could team up with someone. Yes, I know. I also got ghosted one time, and it wasn't a good experience in the hackathon. But yeah, I think, but this time it's open and reaching out. Try to reach out to someone that you think it adds to your skill. I wouldn't recommend you to find someone that has the same skill set with you. Find something that is different. Maybe you're good at design. Find someone that is good at maybe front end. Personally, I do more of front end, and Ezron is good at the smart contracts. I do some smart contracts, but I wouldn't consider myself good at it. So we could help each other out. Hey, you know what? I remember the money streaming submission. He did a lot with with the smart contract, and I came and pulled up with the UI. And in a short time, that helped us to build and submit something that was really good. Yeah, so teaming up, and it's really important. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think, thank you so much. You say everything that I wanted to hear. So it's amazing. But yeah, I agree. We also have a team building workshop on Monday. You can find it on the page, but I will also send it in an email after this. I will, just for everybody who is stressed out, we will share this recording. You can find it on YouTube. We will share all the resources that were shared just now. Make sure, especially if this is your first hackathon, make sure you read through the hackathon really carefully. Sometimes it's overwhelming, all the rules or like things that you need to know. So like just make sure you read everything. You're aware of what you have to do. And then I wanted to just like again go through this. The mentors, we want like there's like the opportunity for you to reach out to mentors, but we want to assign each team a mentor. So at the milestone check-in next Wednesday, we ask all of you to already have like your first idea, right? And based on your idea, we will try to like allocate you the best mentor. You can also, if you have a preference, you can put that into the form that I will share with you for a mentor. All mentors can also like look at projects and say like, I really want to support this. This is exactly what I wanted to build. Mentors are also allowed to build. So maybe you see some of them in some teams. So then they will probably mentor more their team. But we will try to have a fair allocation, because I think one of the things that I feel sometimes in hackathons is you have a lot of teams that drop out, or a lot of teams that could have better submissions if they would have somebody who just checks up on them sometimes. We don't want our mentors all have full-time jobs, so we don't want them to spend for the hackathon. I can share. We don't want the mentors to spend too much time, of course, but because it's very amazing that they are dedicating some of their time here. But we really want them to be like, they will check in on you and they will be open for your questions. And if they don't have time, they will be able to direct you to somebody that can help you with your specific question. And it's that is just something that we want to offer you, because this hackathon, it's not just like we build something and it's being thrown away and somebody just comes in for the money. We really want to have people coming out of this, and like if you don't win a prize, you have learned a lot, and maybe next time you win a prize. Yeah, that's it. Maybe people have more questions, please feel free to drop them in the chat at any time. I know right now there has not yet been a lot of like team building happened in the Discord. Please feel like use the Discord to do team building. For team building, it's always useful to like tell your experience in blockchain, tell your experience with hackathons, and what you can offer. If you're a designer, a front-end developer, a back-end, if you're a smart contract, if you can do project management and pitches, amazing. Some people don't want it. Some people can't do it. They can build amazing things and they don't win because it's just let me get the Discord link. And yeah. So please just start looking in the Discord. What I also observed that people write in the Discord, but then they don't reply. So maybe you could just like make the Celo Discord loud, or like a channel or something, or just remind yourself to check. You should like, what we would like for you to do is already start this weekend. So like because you have 3 weekends in total, right? Like, so this weekend should be the weekend where you already like set up your GitHub repository. Also, my advice, set up your GitHub repository as early as possible. Don't have people working on different code, because you will have merge conflicts and you will all hate yourself and each other. So decide on one repository that you're going to work off and start doing that. And start looking for team members. You can, if you're too shy, you can also text me. I can also like make sure I can find some. In the Discord, there's already one message that I posted from last week's team building workshop, where you can find some profiles of developers. and 2 of them had some ideas. So you can also reach out to them and be like, hey, I will find your idea interesting. Also, if you just have an idea and you don't know much, post that in there. Like, use the Discord channel to drop everything out. There's a reason why you joined this hackathon. So you should make most use of it, and you make most use of it in finding your idea as soon as possible, finding a team as soon as possible. If you don't find a team this weekend, try to like focus on really doing the development work. Going through the whole workshop of like how to set up use MiniPay. Like, use Celo Composer, implement a function, try to get the whole setup with MiniPay, download MiniPay if you haven't yet, and try interacting with it a bit. Please let me know if you need any funds on testnet. Our faucet is sometimes runs out, so that happens. I have tokens, I can send them to you. So that is my last point here. I want to say thank you so much, Elias and Jovan, for joining. That was so much fun and very, very cool. And yeah, I wish everybody happy hacking, happy building. Wait, I can do this now. Yeah. Happy hacking, happy building. You will receive an email after this with all the information that was shared here, same with the link to this video, and then get building, enjoy, and let me know if you have any questions. Bye bye.